What's happening, Coachella Valley? This is Craig Campbell for Coachella Valley. I'm sorry I'm just a little bit late. I decided to try out my knee. It's been a year since I've done some hiking like this, and I am taking a hike to the cross. This is the famous Palm Desert cross, and I am just now getting up here. It took me about 30 minutes. Hope you guys had a happy holidays and a great Merry Christmas. I think it's Kwanzaa today, and Happy Hanukkah. I think we got you all in there. We are at the famed cross, and this is Coachella Valley this is Craig Campbell for CoachellaValley.com. I'm going to pan around here, give you guys a little bit of a view up here. Right now I am looking east across the Coachella Valley. We are in Palm Desert, and if you can see right there, it's the wash down here, and right above that is Highway 74. And Highway 74 runs up into the mountains over here, and it's the best way to travel to Temecula or San Diego if you're living in Palm Desert. So Highway 74 crawls up these hills right there. You can see there's a very popular hike. This is Craig Campbell for CoachellaValley.com. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. And you know what I was thinking? When I woke up this morning, I was thinking about, all those New Year's resolutions that we got to make. And I thought, what a better way than to walk up here myself to the cross and get started early. So a little bit about me. I ended up having knee surgery just about a year ago. And this is a big event for me. First time in a year that I have been up here. Actually 2 years, because I hurt myself almost 2 years ago. So this is very exciting for me. I just made it up here. Go ahead, going by. And I wanted to show you guys. So I'm going to walk around a little bit. Hope you guys enjoy this. We are expecting, you see the clouds and the weather out here. We are expecting, hey Laura, what's going on? I know you're a big hiker. Wish you guys were up here right now with me at the cross. I did want to let you guys know that we are anticipating a little bit of snow. 5,500 feet could see up to a foot of snow tomorrow, actually. So that is why we see some clouds that are here, a low pressure that's pulling all this in. And it's just a beautiful day today. We're expecting 60 degrees tomorrow, which of course would be a little bit lower than our average temperature, which would be about 70 right now. So I'm going to keep walking through a little bit and give you guys just a view of this beautiful valley here. Of course, this is Eagle Rock, I believe, this golf course right here. I zoom in for you. And it is built into these mountains, into this cove right here. And of course, up above that, hard to see into the sun, but that is Bighorn up there. There's actually a fence. I might have a chance to show it to you in a little bit. There's just a fence on the other side that actually keeps the endangered Bighorn Peninsula sheep out of this particular area. This is a very popular hiking area. Lots of people come up here. Takes about 20 or 30 minutes. If you're in good shape, 20. Took me 30 minutes. First time I've done it, took me about, take a little bit of water. You can make the round trip in about 40 to 50 minutes. It's a great exercising hike. And it is very difficult at the very beginning to get started. So it has put me in some great shape. I feel great. I feel the endorphins flying right now. And I'm really enjoying myself. So I'm going to turn you guys around. Continue to walk through, because on the other side here, a lot of people come to the cross, but they don't really continue on. Truth is that you can continue this hike all the way through these mountains up the top here. These mountains up here are part of the Pacific Crest Trail, running from Mexico through Canada. And I'm going to continue down here. This is kind of a neat little find. It might take me a bit, so just stay with me. Hope you guys enjoy the view while I'm trekking a bit. Hey, let me know what you guys did for Christmas, where you're from, what you're watching. Don't forget that later, I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's Michael Keith stream. It is on our Facebook page. If you're interested in the hike to the cross, it is our featured article on CoachellaValley.com. Hey Patty, it is beautiful up here. Hey guys, let me know you're there. I see a ton of you. Hey Christine, Patty, thank you from Mississippi. Hope you had a great Christmas. So New Year's Eve is Friday, guys, so I won't be here until then. Maybe we'll be doing something. We're trying to stream live Alex Harrington on New Year's Eve, and I hope you guys will join us for that. I'll give you more information later, of course, as we get details. He tried to stream for us on New Year's Eve. It was very exciting, but we had some technical difficulties, and as a result, we moved it to New Year's Eve, so it might even be more of an exciting trip. So I just left the cross. It was back up there. We're going to go back up there, hike to the cross. Hey, Enrique, what's going on from Italy? You know what? I just love Italy. Haven't had enough time there. I've been there a few times, but I have to say Rome is still one of my favorite spots. So what I told you guys, I'm going to take you right over here. I just came from the cross, but I did want to show you, hey Kathy, what's happening? It is a perfect day for a hike. It's so cool out today. Not even going to break 70. It's going to be very, very nice. So a lot of people don't know this, but here's the yin and yang. So at the top, there's the cross, but if you just crawl yourself down here just a little bit, you have the yin and yang. Now this thing transforms itself quite a bit. It gets painted and then cleaned up. I've seen it in a lot of different configurations. But this is clearly, you can see the yin and yang here. See people come up here all the time, hang out, relax. Just want to keep coming back to you guys for a second. So, very, very steep. In fact, just on the edge here. No doubt about it, if you did fall down here, you would be forever hurt, injured, or dead. But I guess I'm doing a little selfie. Here, let me just do a little, show you guys just how beautiful it is and wonderful it is out here. So right over here is the cross. That's what I hiked up to. I'm going to show you a little bit more. Let's see, let me show it to you. It's right there. I actually came from down there. In fact, my car is parked right down here. If you guys want to know how to get here, Mary Mason, what's going on? You betcha. Hey, if you guys want to know how to get here, it's very simple. Highway 74. From Highway 111, you're just going to travel south on Highway 74, or and then you're going to go maybe just a couple miles up to Thrush Road, and you make a right, and there's a frontage road right there. It takes you over the bridge, and it takes you right down to this spot here. If you guys want more information, I do have an article, Hike to the Cross. It's very simple. It's the first article on CoachellaValley.com. So I'm just going to pan around one more time here. And of course, this road here takes you, Highway 74 takes you up through, can take you to San Diego or up to Idlewild. And I just walked down to the yin and yang, and then right back up here is the cross. So let me just show you. So you start right down here, and then you can see this spine right here. You can hike this spine up if you would like. Most actually take a trail around this spine, and it takes you to a little lookout. Originally, it's the first part of the trek, first 5 minutes, probably the most difficult in my mind. Hey Lori, what is going on? Hey, the temperature right now, I'm going to say, is probably about 65 degrees out here. Is just wonderful. Just a slight breeze. The breezes will grow as the rain and snow come into the Coachella Valley. We are expecting snow at 5,500 feet, about a foot. So what you're going to do is, you can see, you can take that spine up, or you can go around, which is what I did. And there you go. I'm showing you the trail right there. And of course, there's the big climb at the end there to the cross. Very, very popular and very fun. So I'll go back around and just take you back around. Here is the yin and yang once again. Don't miss it. It's a lot of fun. It's just a few minutes, few steps from the cross. A lot of people don't even know that this is here. Now you can continue on this hike this way and go on back to your car in this direction. From the church, instead of going this way, you would go the other way, up in this direction. And there's actually some roads up here. The hiking is tough, it's still very steep, but it is a way to make it up here on the other way. And some people prefer it than the actual dirt. I'll show you the ground right here, very, very rocky and sandy. I've seen so many people up here, so many dogs, so many puppies, so many families. Pretty sure I saw a 3-year-old who had made it up here. People that are much older than me that are hiking this hike all the time. I'm motivated. You know, I wasn't really sure how my knee was going to hold up, and so I'm out here doing it. And I said to myself, New Year's resolution, I'm going to try to motivate you guys with a Happy New Year coming on Friday. Hey guys, I'm not sure what you guys are up to. I had a quiet Christmas. I actually did not travel to my family this particular year. Just laying low for the virus and other reasons, of course. Just a busy schedule, and just seemed like a good time to maybe take a break. Normally at this time there'd be so many celebrations. We'd be showing you. Of course, I'm missing BB Engel right now as I think about his New Year's Eve party that would be happening here soon, either at the Hard Rock or some special place that he picked out. Of course, the Hard Rock's not around anymore, but we helped him for many, many years promote his parties, and we miss him dearly. Shout out to you, BB, in heaven. Laura Green, how could you have never seen that yin and yang? That is so funny. Most people have come up here. I went up here for several years myself, and it took somebody to show me that yin and yang, and it's always been a favorite. Come up to the cross and then swing on down to the yin and yang and hang out. So you got views forever up here, photo opportunities. So I'm going to go to the front of the cross because it's very interesting. It does have a water bowl, has a tremendous amount of writing and sentiment. It's been up here many, many years. Recently vandalized again, so the lights aren't working, unfortunately. This is an amazing hike. When the moon's out and it's night out, easy to get to, and the moon rises on the east over here, and you can see it all the way across till it sets, so it's a great opportunity. You can see the sun right there, barely creeping through. Family friendly, dog friendly. So right now I'm looking east.
What is it in? I would imagine it is over there where that's. Yeah.
So you can see the families, people that have gathered up here. And I take you to the cross. Look at all the pups. Families and kids of all ages. So, a lot of wonderful people leave water here for pups so they can enjoy it. There you go. For all the beautiful animals that have made it up here. So this is at the foot of the cross, and you can see the people of right here. A little bit of vandalism. So normally these will light up in the night, not in the middle of the night, but when it gets dark. But currently, it needs some work and repair, as you can see.
I want to see the other one. No, this is a trail. freaked me out when she was over there.
Oh, thank you. We love the community too. Sorry guys, I'm bouncing around here. I wanted to turn this around a bit. Just give you guys another look, and you can just see just the gorgeous view I have. Show you that cross right there. Just amazing. I hope you guys are having as much fun as me in previewing this hike.
Well, she says she just takes her time. She goes, I don't run it. I just, a little bit of breaks,
If you want to learn more information, just go to CoachellaValley.com. It's our featured article, and you guys can learn about how to get here and the directions. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself and preparing for your New Year's Eve resolutions. Thought I'd come out here and do this hike, motivate myself, see if I could do it. It's been a year since I had knee surgery, guys, so this is a big deal for me. I'm happy to say I'm going to be back here again. I'm feeling super great. Better than I thought, actually. Time to get rid of my COVID and non-exercise weight. That is my New Year's resolution: mental and physical health. Just one of my favorite views right here, right now, with the clouds just up above and the cross just jutting out of the rock here. These mountains here are expected to get snow later in early Monday, actually. Up to a foot of snow could be in these mountains here. Slight chance of that rain making it to the valley floor. Oftentimes, a lot of these clouds get tired climbing these mountains, and then they just don't drop the rain down in the valley. Be very, very slight if it does, is my expectation if it does rain tomorrow. Should only be 60 degrees as we have a little bit of wind kicking up later as this low front is pulling in all of this moisture and all these clouds to the Coachella Valley. Well guys, you know what? I'm going to start heading back down just so you can get a sense of maybe what this is like as I'm traveling back down the hill. Just give you the details again. You can hike. This is family friendly. You can bring a pup. You can do this in the evening as well. And it's beautiful when the sun is up on a full moon. I've got some amazing shots of full moon out here. Of course, the stars are bright and beautiful out here as well. Maybe not on a cloudy day, but you know what I mean. It's usually clear and wonderful. It's about a 30-minute hike. It's going to take some conditioning, but it's such a quick hike, and it moves up rapidly, puts you in great shape. And as you've seen, kids, young kids, dogs, people of all ages are been doing this hike. So my New Year's resolution was to wake up this morning, hike this hike. I haven't been out for a year since I had knee surgery, so I'm doing pretty good. I feel great, and I'm really looking forward to doing this and adding this as a part of my regiment. Hiking, of course, in the Coachella Valley is super big and large. Joshua Tree National Park, huge national park, just about 30 minutes away, is of course open. Can't camp, but you can hike and you can get out here in this lovely weather. Palm Springs Airport, busier than busy. We got all kinds of people there. My understanding is close to 1 million people traveling near Christmas time, not here, around the United States. That's normally about 2.4 million, I think, on Christmas Day. So we were under throughout the United States, maybe 1/4 to 1/3 of the traffic that normally is in Christmas, but still a lot of people out traveling and enjoying themselves and seeing their family. It is beautiful, Bonnie. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate it so much. Here we go. I'm going to turn you guys back around and show you some of the people that are doing some hikes here. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well. How are you?
Good. I mean, if she can do it, I can do it. Look at this. Look at the beautiful puppy. Hi, how are you guys? Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good to see you. So they're just finishing the hike here, and I'm sure they're very, very happy. That last turn around the corner before you see that cross is pretty spectacular. You know what? I might just show you real quick what that feels like as you're just coming up here and you're doing these last little steps, and you've come from way down there, and you just are barely, your legs are tired, blood is just thick in your thighs, and there it is. Just standing at the top of this peak, the cross. So very rewarding experience. If you've never done it, I highly recommend it. And of course you can do it in segments. You don't have to go all the way to the top. There's a nice little stopping point at the beginning that I took full advantage of. Has a picnic table and a little covering. Overlooks, of course, the Coachella Valley, so you got great views. So we're live. This is Craig Campbell for CoachellaValley.com. Good morning. Probably one of the hardest times to talk to people. So they're focusing on that very last trek, but just let you guys check it out. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, wanted to wish you guys a Happy New Year Friday. I don't know what you guys are doing or what you're up to, but we should be streaming Alex Harrington here on this channel. Hey, Patty, thank you for joining us. So this fence right here, along the fence here, I mentioned that this is to keep out the endangered peninsula bighorn sheep, and it runs all the way across, keeping them really from this particular area here, which of course they would love. Very rocky, super place for bighorn sheep, so they've got them away so they don't actually go into the roads and get killed by cars and other things, and so they keep them out. My understanding is we really only have like about a little over 100 bighorn sheep, so if you ever see them in the wild here, it's super spectacular. Of course, we post photos all the time of them, including when they're actually, you know, fighting and competing. That's a pretty incredible animal. Lives throughout the Coachella Valley and Southern California deserts, mountainous areas. So I can tell you, much easier going down than up. Yeah, a nice little barrel canyon, barrel cactus right there. I'm gonna let these guys just go by me.
Well, there were 3 grades too. Of course, we don't.
A lot of people use this as a workout hike because it is quick. 20 to 30 minutes up, and of course a little bit faster going down depending on your condition. Many people run this. Look at that. There's the cross right there. You know, it's true. Sometimes people just seem a little bit stressed out, I think, in walking, hiking, mask, no mask, that type of environment. But generally speaking, this is an amazing town, an amazing space, and a lot of happy people out here. So I'm going to continue on, guys. As long as you are enjoying my walk down, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Excellent.
Yeah, a little.
Good morning.
Morning.
So even though this hike is, maybe 40 minutes round trip, it connects to miles and miles. Bump and grind, if you guys have heard of that, this easily connects to bump and grind. You could go 7 miles in each direction very easily off of this trail alone. Very important in the desert to bring water, and of course snakes are out and about, so make sure you know the information you need to know if you were bitten by a snake. We also have an article on that. What do you do if you're bitten by a snake? Probably important to know beforehand. So that's the parking lot right down here, guys. That's where I came from, or where I'm headed back to. I'm going to show it to you. It's right along here. It's the wash. You walk across this and then park right along here. Very easy to get to off of Thrush Street up 74. Good morning. How you guys doing? Good. You're live on Facebook. What's happening?
Morning.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
So there's several ways to actually get up here. Can walk up a spine directly. Hey Bonnie, what's going on? Mount Rubidoux in Riverside. Does it have a cross on the top? Is it similar? Now I'm interested. I'm gonna have to Google Rubidoux in Riverside. Thanks, Bonnie, for participating and enjoying us. You know, I'm doing all the work here, guys. I hope you guys are sipping some eggnog or relaxing or getting some great food on this Sunday. Maybe even watching a little bit of football, which is in action here. Hey, Robert, what's happening? Thank you so much. Gosh, I love the love. I love the hearts. I love the interaction. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Bonnie. It's got a cross. Rubidoux Mountain. Mount Rubidoux in Riverside.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Great. As you can see, it's a conditioning hill as well. I'm just going to take you guys right back. Look at the view here. You can just see why people are drawn to that cross. Sitting on the top of the hill there. It has beautiful lights right now, broken. I think they're doing some fundraising once again to try to get those lights going. They get vandalized and as a result turn off. But you can imagine having lights on and how beautiful that would be. And look at this. What's going on? Got all kinds of things happening. Look at this. Whoa. Hey, Andy, what's going on in family? Thank you for visiting. I appreciate that. Where are you visiting from? Jeanette gives a shout out to you. I've shown you guys everything. I mean, we've got dogs. I just showed you a mountain bike that flew by me. People running up the hill. Families. Kids as young as 3 easily at the top of the cross. So, I don't think we have any excuses. Good morning. Hey, Jeanette. Boulder, oh, Golden, Colorado. Fantastic. How you doing? There we go. I hope you guys can really sense and feel why this hike is such an amazing hike. I think it has to do with just the distance and how quickly you climb, but it is good for all kinds of ages and people in different health conditions. Obviously, check your physician and make sure you're healthy to hike, but this is an amazing hike. And here we go. These are some pretty small trails. Let me show you. That's the first time I've actually seen any mountain biking up here. So obviously people are taking advantage of that. Just gonna kind of go to the edge here. You can see the trail swings back here. But I'm gonna go over here. Give you perspective maybe on how steep. It's really hard to tell. It's really hard to show you guys. Just this terrain here. It's gorgeous, by the way. I mean, the rocks, the colors. You know, you get yellow flowers blooming here. You get all kinds of different things happening in different seasons, of course. And everybody's out here with one objective, and that is to head to that cross right there. Want more information, you guys can take a look at the article that we've written, Hike to the Cross. Never disappoints. It's the first article on CoachellaValley.com. It's got the directions information. You guys can take a look at it right there. Make sure you share it with your friends. All right. So as long as you guys hang out with me, I'm going to keep you online and keep talking to you. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful hike this morning and on our show, What's Happening in Coachella Valley. Of course, we try to feature different events and things that are going on in the Coachella Valley, but with the pandemic, outdoor activity and hiking is premier here. It rained here, guys, on Friday and on Saturday here in the Coachella Valley. Up in Joshua Tree area, it was cold enough to see a little bit of sleet and slight snow, and that was just a couple of days ago. So it is pretty amazing how quick the weather can change around here, and obviously with San Jacinto being almost 11,000 feet, even Joshua Tree National Park. Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Goes up to about 5,000 feet at Keys View, and can get snow very easily. You know, last week we did a drive about. We drove from La Quinta all the way to downtown Palm Springs, and we started off at Southwest Community Church, which was having an outdoor service. It was quite beautiful, and I saw maybe 100 cars that were there. Just something to do, something to appreciate that's still happening. Of course, churches are not able to be doing indoor services according to the current rules and regulations. It was just nice to see people coming in their cars and just seeing the service set up. And again, that was, I cruised in there last Sunday, and I thought, well, you know, we were driving last week, why don't we take a hike this week? And really this was for me because I had knee surgery about a year ago and I have been making my way back. And I just made my way all the way to that cross and I'm very, very excited. I feel good. Hey Steve, what's going on? Thanks for sharing and inviting friends, Steve. So right now I'm looking, I would say, north. And as I swing around here, I'm looking east. Those are the Chocolate Mountains across the way there. Right on the other side of this mountain range, or the Chocolate Mountains here, is Joshua Tree National Park. It actually runs on the backside of these mountains right here. Obviously, make sure you bring some water for this trip. Good covering. Even though it's cloudy, I did obviously put my sunscreen on. Really not that much interested in getting burned anymore at this age. Good morning.
Morning.
You know what? This is the first time in a year that I'm going to have earned my breakfast. I haven't had my first cup of coffee yet either. Good thing no one's walking with me. All right, I'm going to look on just on this side. You can see that you can kind of come to the edge here. See if you guys can see this. I'm going to zoom in down here. What I'm trying to pick up is just the people that are down here, just to show you, I think, some of the they disappeared. I was just going to show you, just give you a little perspective on depth. Sometimes it's hard to see through camera. Doesn't always give you the best angle on how deep things or how steep things really are. Hey, thank you, Laura. Appreciate it. I'm proud of you, too. I love your photos. Hey, I heard you got a new phone and you're working it out. And I've seen you actually provide me a few photos. I'm loving them. Keep doing it along with the videos. I appreciate it. Lori, this is Greg Campbell for CoachellaValley.com. And we are in the city of Palm Desert. And we're featuring the hike to the cross, which is right up here. Takes about 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes to get there. Of course, a little bit faster coming down. Great workout. You can see how high it is. And then we've come from all the way down here. So I'm going to continue on. Good morning. Featuring the hike to the cross this morning on Sunday. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. New Year's is Friday. Can you believe it? New Year's Eve, Thursday night. Good morning. So let me just show you where these guys are going. So they'll work their way up this trail here, up over that little ridge there. Slide along that right there. till they make their way to the cross. So guys, very easy out here. You know, easy to park. There's easy parking. There's also pet supplies to pick up after your dog and things like that. It's encouraged down below. A lot of people hike on the flat area down here because it is open. Big old water tank. Hey Kathy, what's going on? So I was just saying that parking is very, very simple here. You can just go up Thrush Street, frontage road off of Highway 74. You can park right by the church, or you can cross over the bridge. I'm going to show you right here. Maybe you can see the cars. They're all parked right there. Very easy access to this trail. This is why we love it so much. 2 years ago, Desert X had an incredible piece out here. 2019. Desert X is coming back. It's coming soon to the valley in 2021. Series of art that's put all over the Coachella Valley. It's pretty spectacular. Out here they had just this large, it looked like a fence, but it wasn't, of course. It was an artistic rendition, and it was, I think it was reflective. It was very, very cool. I'll have to throw up some pictures in these comments later so you guys can see it. But it was just sitting right down at the beginning of this trail. Good morning. Just let me know what you guys are up to. There you go. Me too, Laura. Can't wait for Desert X to come back, and of course gives us all as photographers an opportunity, especially as amateur photographers, an opportunity to go out and take shots and experience some very cool interactive art and exhibits that come to Desert X. Hey guys, don't forget about the American Express. It's true, our tournament, our PGA tournament is scheduled for the end of January. Yes, bump and grind. We're not at the bump and grind, although these trails connect to the bump and grind. If I look right in this direction over here, the bump and grind is just around these mountains here on the other side. So more trails that are very, very popular, very steep, a lot of different terrain. People can do a quick mile, or they could really get serious in their hiking. The bump and grind, a lot of people use it for training because of how steep it is. We'll swing you back one more time. One of the neat things about this hike, especially if you do it at night, is that when those lights are lit and working, it's very cool. And you can see it for almost the entire hike. So that either discourages you or motivates you, depending on who you are and what condition you're in. So many trails. I agree. The DHS trails back there, near Joshua Tree. So many different. You can go to the Coachella Valley Preserve. We have so many different locations that are earmarked.
Okay.
What a great, great way to spend a day with your family. And it isn't even a day, just a little bit of time. So I just came back from there. We started the live from the cross at the top there. Like I said, here it is. I'm going to turn myself around. I agree, David. Some of the most world-class hiking trails here for triathletes, Ironmen, all the way to, as you've seen, families and kids. And this is just one of them that we're featuring here today. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Hey guys, thank you for sticking it out. I know we're just out on a trail walking, but this is what's happening in Coachella Valley, our 11/11 show, Sunday. Usually traveling with Francois will be coming right after me, but taking a break today. We chit-chatted yesterday or over the weekend. Everything's going good, but she's just taking a break. Executive Director of the Borrego Springs Chamber of Commerce, and of course she is a co-host of this show with me for the past year. So a shout out to you. Hey Matthew, what's going on? What trail? This trail is actually the loop to the cross. And so here's the cross. It's right up here. And it actually is called the Hike to the Cross. There's more information about it, Matthew, at CoachellaValley.com. I actually have an article. It's the very first article, and it gives you directions and everything and tells you a little bit more about this hike. So this is the loop to the cross. So I want to swing around here real quick. I want to show you guys this spine right here. This spine right here. And it actually goes down into the valley here. Many people will utilize that instead of the trail I'm taking because of its just how steep it is and its initial conditioning that's required. So most people start from right down there and then they'll wind around the backside of that and then come right up here. Hi, I just want to turn myself around and say hi to you guys personally and wish you guys a happy New Year's from CoachellaValley.com. Hey, if you guys are interested in photos, make sure you take a look at todayscalifornia.com. Wow, that has a subset of photos and videos that are just stunning, National Geographic level. CoachellaValley.com, full-length articles and things to do, and of course our Facebook page. We have an Instagram page too, Instagram.com at Coachella Valley. How simple is that? YouTube at Coachella Valley, very simple. And Today's California, Instagram.com/Today's California. So take a look at some of our pages and the things that we're doing. I think you'll really get a kick out of it. And make sure you participate too. We're always taking photos, stories, pictures, and from all the people that are fans and others around the world. And that's what makes this page and our pages so spectacular. It's just all the participation and how many people are participating, as I said, our participation. So turn you back around, finish you off here. Hey, for you guys that have actually stuck it through this hike, I really appreciate it. I know it's been quite a while, but I want to do it, and I want to show you guys good perspective and really how easy this is. And as I said, the truth of it is, I had knee surgery a year ago, and I've had some struggles, and here I am doing the hike, and I'm doing this to motivate you guys. So I want to show you over here that there are others coming up this trail, and this particular trail actually winds down to the ground here, and then it makes its way along. You can actually go along this wash area here and go around that mountain and start to work your way to the bump and grind and many other trails. So I'll show you right here. That is the Cassidy Hopalong Trail, and that's the one I just showed you that winds around the bump and grind. In front of us it's called Homestead. And then you can see the loop, the cross loop, which is what I just took. All right. You bet. I'm glad you guys joined me. I couldn't get anyone else out here to join me today. As you can see, this is a very, very popular trail. We passed so many people if you've been with us. And of course, these homes are right at the bottom of the trail. Look at this. I wonder if that pool's heated. Interesting, Jack. Definitely there can be some restrictions. This is a very highly used trail. I don't believe that there are restrictions. Of course, if you saw a lizard, you probably wouldn't want to take it. Highway 74 will take you up into those mountains right there on your way to Idlewild or to Temecula. So you can travel through San Diego, in Palm Desert. And this would be one way, traveling over the mountains. You got to take a windy Highway 74 and then 371, and that's going to take you down into Temecula. Or you can continue on to Idlewild. Don't forget, probably going to see some snow in the mountains later Monday. Just take that into consideration. I can testify it's easier coming down than going up. A big old water tank. Once again, I'm just going to show you the parking. Look at the parking. It's very, very close. You just walk across this desert right here to the beginning of the trail. There's the bridge that you cross over from Thrush Street. Highway 74 is where you see all the cars running right there. Cross over the bridge and you can park on either side. You could also go by the church here and continue and hike on the other side, in the other direction. It actually has a road to walk up, and you pass a lot of houses. And it will take you the back side all the way to the cross right there. Or you could do it the way I did it, which is to go in this direction and then climb up and around. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy New Year. Yeah. So much better when it's coming down.
Vamos. We did it.
We did it. That's the cool part. Just the endorphins that come from exercising, and of course these guys are all hanging out together, which I just think is just great. It's a great experience. So these guys are just getting started, these kids here, but you can just see the age.
But imagine you had to stand in that line and everything.
I'm gonna tell you, the beginning is pretty steep. Just probably one of the harder, actually.
Take the rest right here.
Sorry guys, just kind of took a little bit of off trailing and wanted to just enjoy that little run right there instead of following the trail. So I want to show you once again 2 different ways. There's actually 3 different ways to make it up here. Many of people take this spine right here as opposed to going up and around this trail. However, this is a little bit steeper, just a little bit more difficult at the beginning, and so people will bypass it. And also, I'm going to walk you by, if you guys stay with me, there is an outlook over here, right over here, and a lot of people enjoy. There's a picnic bench and the ability just to take a quick break before finishing this trail. Good morning. So I'm going to take you guys to the picnic table down here, I think, and then I will end it there. So maybe in about 3 or 4 minutes. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. No traveling with Francoise today on Today's California. Oh, of course, you could take a look at todayscalifornia.com and check out what we got going on there. All kinds of beautiful photos and pictures and videos of California sent in by so many different people, professionals, amateurs, people that just love to take photos. Hope you guys are just enjoying the beautiful weather. So this is getting pulled in here. We have a low pressure and expected to drop a little bit of snow in our mountains. Maybe a foot above 5,500. I doubt we will see much rain, if any, on the valley floor. Just some sprinkles, if anything. Although it did rain on Friday here in the Coachella Valley. Doesn't happen all that much. We need it out here as always. We are a desert, and as a result, always looking for winter rains. So all of our restaurants here are closed, of course, except for takeout. You know what? I went by In-N-Out. I haven't been to In-N-Out in so long. I did not realize open till 1:30 in the morning. I was so hungry. Had the munchies, and I'm like, well, what's open? How am I going to find something? And I didn't really want to go to 7-Eleven. And there it was, In-N-Out, like a beacon of light. So good. So from here, you cannot see the cross. It's behind that big hill there. Making my way back down. Took me 30 minutes from the time I left my car to get to the top of the cross. Others could do it, I'm sure, quicker. I saw people running. People are biking. Of course, people with their families, dog friendly, in Palm Desert. Go to CoachellaValley.com if you'd like to learn more. The very first article is Hike to the Cross Never Disappoints. A little bit of information on how to get there, a couple more photos and pictures. Might just be a helpful resource for you. Oh, somebody's ready. Good morning. So some of you guys might want to know about mask laws, mask rules. Masks are required out here. When you're hiking like I'm doing and I'm by myself, I am allowed to take my mask off, although I need to have it with me and carry it just in case I am in a group of people. I just kept myself away 10-20 feet, pretty easy. The trail width is about 4 or 5 feet wide, and that just makes it all the better to enjoy this hiking and beautiful outdoors and a safe environment. Many people, as you've seen throughout this live, are wearing masks. So there's the start. I'm going to take you right down here. That's the entrance right there. I walked across this little desert area here. I actually see my vehicle in this picture, parked right near the bridge. I just crossed the little dirt there just to get to the beginning of the trail, which you can see right here. And then you start to wind up, wind around to where I'm standing. Okay. Like I said, I'm just going to take you to the lookout over here. It's a little picnic table, and it looks out east, basically where I'm looking now. I'll just show you. You guys can bring food and things and sit down and relax there. It's a great place to just stop after you make that very first push from the bottom of the hill down there to the top here. I actually found this to be some of the hardest part of the trail. Maybe it's because you're just getting started. I'm out of shape. And as I continued on up to the cross, let me see if you guys can even see it here. I'm going to zoom in. There it is. Look at that. That's where I just came back from. Can still see the people up there.
Yeah. It just depends on
It's about 20 minutes away.
what field is right for you. Although what I think is funny is not like
So Alex Harrington and I, DJ Alex Harrington, award-winning, alexharrington.co, is going to be DJing New Year's Eve right here on this page. So make sure you bring out your friends. You can stream it to your favorite device, share it. I'm just letting you guys know now, New Year's Eve. Don't have a time, but you can check our events on our Facebook page, and we'll give you more details. Always fun to stream live some of our incredible artists out here. So there's that little overlook. Look at the view you have, just incredible. You start off at the beginning down here of the trail, and it's the very first push up the hill. It's got a trash can. It looks like water to fill up your water bottles, and obviously a picnic table, a chance to just kick it, maybe bring a snack, bring some food. I only show you because it's so important to me. I've actually utilized it a lot of times, just where I brought a little extra, a snack on the way back down, where we just stopped and chit-chatted or took photos and pictures. Good morning. Sorry guys, just a little bumpy. So I mentioned Desert X earlier. They had a big display. It was just sitting right out here. It was so cool. You get out of your car and discover this amazing piece of art that ran quite a long length. It looked like a fence that had been fallen over, but it was reflective and beautiful and gorgeous and constantly changing just from the sun and sky and in the evening. Desert X is back here, the Coachella Valley, coming in February, guys. Once again, you can find more information on CoachellaValley.com. One of your #1 resources for events and things going on here in the Coachella Valley. We appreciate the support during the pandemic policies, of course. Many of our events and paid sponsors, obviously have shuttered their events. I was telling you about the American Express coming. That's our PGA tournament plant. It's gonna be here. I've been talking to the actual promoters, Lagadier, the agency that runs it, and no spectators this year. And as media, I've been doing it for the last 8 years. I photographed all 4 of the rock concerts, and this will be the first year that I won't be out there shooting that PGA live. Very disappointing for me as well. So as I said, this is just great. You can start off your hike, make your way up here. If you get a little bit tired, take a break. Water fountains. I'm just going to see if they work. Yes, they do. So you got the opportunity to have some water, throw away trash, refill. And according to the sign, this is Angstrom's Point. Now, I don't know who Mr. Angstrom is, but now I'm curious. If anybody does, let me know who Mr. Angstrom is. So this is Angstrom Point. You can see just a beautiful view toward the chocolate mountains out there. And of course, this beautiful point that juts out here in Palm Desert. And as I continue around, this is South Palm Desert now. As it heads up the hill. And of course, south means San Diego and beaches in this direction. If you come back in this direction, we're now looking east. And then of course, on the other side of those beautiful hills there, Joshua Tree National Park. And I can even see from here some of the windmills. I don't know if you guys can pick them out, but they're right out there. You can actually see some of the windmills. All the way out there in I-10. You know, there's nothing funner than kind of sitting here and trying to pick out landmarks when you're here. COD, the hotels, the casinos, the hospital, you know, Desert Crossing right here. This is Desert Crossing Shopping Center. And right behind that is the Bump and Grind. So the famed Bump and Grind is Desert Crossings. Go right behind Target and you can start the trail there. This trail's super easy to get to. You can just come right up Thrush Street, up 74, Thrush Street. You cross over that bridge right there and park. Hike across this little desert patch there and make your way right to the front of the trail. And then of course, you take your first break here on your way up to the hike to the cross. Hey guys, thank you so much once again. This is Craig Campbell for Coachella Valley. I always have so much fun coming out here and sharing these experiences with you. This was very important to me. I had knee surgery about a year ago, and this is my first real push to try it out. I feel great. A little bit of pain, but really nothing that is unusual for me. I'm going to be out here more, and we'll be doing more hikes during the show. This is What's Happening in Coachella Valley. I'm Craig Campbell. Talk to you guys Sunday, 11/11 next week.